One thing you did in the book, you listed cholesterol as a macronutrient, and before I go too far down, I don't want to. You also are very clear that there are macronutrients we need, like protein, because there's amino acids we can't produce, and essential fatty acids that we can't produce. So we do need fat and protein in our diet. We don't necessarily need carbohydrates because our body can make those. But you
Yep.
listed cholesterol as a macronutrient. So can you kind of take us through that? Because this is the first time I've seen it included in there, which would indicate it's not this evil thing that's killing us, but might actually be something that could be necessary for our well-being.
It might be. So yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. That's something that I've never really talked about before in an interview, is that I struggled with what to call it because carbohydrate. So we usually think about three macronutrients. We think about fat, protein, carbohydrate, right? And we're usually told, oh, fat doesn't really matter. You can eat the less of that you eat, the better. And we're told that, carbohydrate should be 40 to 65% of our diet. And protein, a lot of people agree about protein, that's essential and you have to have a certain amount, right? So we could argue all day long about how much protein you should have, but we all agree you should have some, right? So one thing that is a biological truth, fact, is that carbohydrate is not an essential macronutrient. It's entirely optional. And the reason for that is you can make it yourself inside your body. So you can make all the glucose and carbohydrate, all the blood sugar you need to feed all of the cells of your body, including your brain, smoothly and reliably all day long, all night long, from fat and protein. So you could get it from outside your body by eating sugars and starches. If you want to, you can do that, but you don't have to. You can make it yourself. And in fact, if you make it yourself, it's safer because you're not going to get a lot of those peaks and valleys and unpredictability depending on the quality of carbohydrates you're eating, or maybe you're eating too much for your personal metabolism. Your body knows how much you need, so it will make the right amount, and it will not give you these sort of spikes and crashes, right? It won't do that. So if you choose to get it from the outside, it's riskier. You make it from the inside, it's safer. But we never think about cholesterol as a macronutrient. I like to think about it as a macronutrient because if carbohydrate is, then so is cholesterol. Meaning, our cells can make cholesterol. So in fact, most of the cholesterol in your body does not come from your food. Most of the cholesterol in your body is made by your very own cells. And just about every cell in the body has the machinery to make cholesterol. And it's a really complicated molecule to build. And yet, just about every cell is capable of making it. Why? Why are your cells designed to make cholesterol? And especially the brain. So the brain is extremely rich in cholesterol, about 10 times more than you would expect it should have. And not a single molecule of that cholesterol comes from the food you eat or from your bloodstream, because cholesterol is too big and bulky to cross into the brain, across the blood-brain barrier. So the brain makes every single molecule of all that cholesterol that's up there itself on purpose from scratch. And what I like to say is, why would the brain go out of its way to make all of these molecules that are dangerous for you? It wouldn't. It's really smart. It's a brain. It's making it on purpose because every membrane in your brain and body has cholesterol in it on purpose. Without cholesterol, your cells would fall apart. This is a vital molecule for animal life and health. So I view it as a macronutrient as much as carbohydrate is, meaning you can make all the cholesterol inside your body or you can eat it. It's your choice. It's a macronutrient. It's optional in the diet, but it is absolutely essential.